Hey babes, and welcome back to my channel. So literally I'm doing so many hand movements. I'm so excited. I know that every time I get to do my intro, I get so pumped about stuff, but like it's hard not to be. So today we're doing this really simple fall makeup, no falsies, super fall-esque though. We're going to be using the Naked Heat palette in this video. It's just one of those palettes that screams fall to me, so that's why I chose it. And I'm going to be testing out a few random little products here and there. I just realized that I said that I was going to test out the Morphe Jeffree Star like eyebrow brush, but I was going to try to use it for eyeliner, but I ended up not doing eyeliner for this look, so I'll test that out in another video. But one of the stars of this video is me trying out this lip powder trend, and that's what I have on my lips now. Right now I have on the NYX lip powder puff thing. These are so weird. One of them is a literal powder, so it's kind of like super strange. But I talk about these in this video, so if you guys are interested in checking out the lip powder trend and seeing what these are about, make sure to stick around to the end of the video. I also try the Wet n Wild Snowmelt in this video. This is weird. This is like a straight up lip powder. So we're gonna get into all this fun makeup in today's video, so I cannot wait for you guys to see this look in action. Also, I wanted to do a quick little intermission here and shout out my cousins who are pretty young and they really wanted me to say hi to them in a video. So hi Amelie, Adrian, and Maddie. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for supporting my channel and watching my videos. I love you guys. So sorry to my other subscribers, but I just wanted to like say hi to my fam. And without further ado, we can go ahead and get into this fall glam. Hey babes, welcome back to another video. So I figured we could just like do things a little differently today and like start off with a bare face. I do have my brows on, which is weird, but I don't know why I felt like doing them first today. I just wanted some change, so I'm gonna see how I like it because I used to do them like this all the time. I went to, I was gonna say Sephora. I don't ever go to Sephora. I'm an Ulta girl. So I went to Ulta. Their bags are pink right now for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is October. And I picked up some new goodies that I will be trying in this video and some future videos. So I was gonna pick up, here's the teases. I was gonna pick up the new Jeffree Star palette because Ulta has them on sale this weekend. Like all their collabs were on sale. So I was gonna do that, but I actually bought it online, right? I pre-ordered it online and I was gonna pick it up in store. And I saw it in store on display and I didn't like it because it was the first time I'd actually seen it in person. And I thought that the greens in the campaign ad photos looked so much more olive and they were extremely like bright green, and I didn't want that. That's like not the vibe I was going for at all. So scratch that. I didn't buy it. I literally went there and I was like, look, I just bought this and I'm here to return it because like literally this bag says order here, and I told them to just like give me the same bag, but it's like pick up, says thank you for your order or whatever. And it was because I placed the order online and they had it there waiting for me, but I was not about to buy something and take it home that I didn't like, so that was out of the picture. But I went with my mom and we picked up some of these powder style lipsticks. So we got two and I'm going to test them out in this video. They're both kind of the same shade. One is from Wet n Wild. This is their new Snow Melt lip powder, and I actually opened this yesterday, and when I did, I opened it sideways and powder literally flew out, which is not what I was expecting. I was expecting like a very like powdery finish, but not actual powder. While the Powder Puff Lippy from NYX is like that, but it is like actually a product and it's not powder. So I'm going to test both of these out and see what we think about the like lip powder trend. I've never tried it, so we're going to do those today. But I also picked up the e.l.f. Nabela Noor collab. So this is the lip cocktail kit. I'm super excited to try this. If I do not like the way this looks, I'll try this out in today's video. If I do like the way the lip powder things work, then number one, I'm gonna go buy them. These are my mom's. I'm gonna give them to her after this video is done. And number two, I will use this in another video coming up very soon. But I will say that she also came out with a highlighter that looks gorgeous, and she also came out with some brushes, and the brushes look phenomenal. If you guys are in the market for good brushes, check out the Nabela Noor e.l.f. collection. You can even get it all in a big bundle with the highlighter, the lip products, and the brushes all together for like I think 40 bucks. So pretty cool. I also picked up this e.l.f. eye blender brush because Juicy Jazz here on YouTube talks about this brush all the freaking time. Oh, it's synthetic. I thought it was like a real hair brush. Anyway, she talks about it all the time, so I want to use it in today's video, see what we think. It was like a few bucks, so e.l.f., you guys know, it's super affordable. So this is the Fluffy Eye Blender brush from e.l.f. And last but not least, I also picked up the Morphe Jeffree Star like brow brush, but I'm not going to use it for brows because I actually have a really great eyebrow brush that's from e.l.f. This one, it looked so precise that I want to try and use it for eyeliner. So that's what we're going to do. I do love that it has a spoolie, so like, I mean, it seems like a really great spoolie for your brows. And I will probably use it for that, but like this side is going to be for eyeliner. So we're going to try a few of those things out today and just like sit down and do my makeup with you guys. So I know I've been using the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Primer like a freaking crazy person. Like I cannot put it down. But now that the weather is getting a little bit cooler, I'm not sweating as much. So I think I'm actually going to put it down for today's video and just like pick up products that I haven't really been using because of the weather. Like now it's finally feeling like fall. Like I'm wearing a fall sweater and look how freaking cute it is. And little chocolate colored scrunchie. Anyway, so I'm going to be using products a little bit differently. I got this and I'm going to try it. This is it's a sample of the Becca First Light Priming Filter, and I tried it once, but it seemed too moisturizing to use for the kind of weather that we were having. But I feel like now that it's a little cooler out and it's not so hot, like yesterday I was actually cold, alright? So I'm going to use this today, see how I like it. It probably won't be my favorite primer just because it feels very moisturizing, and that's great, but like I rather just use a moisturizer and then a primer that is going to prolong my makeup. Oh my god, so much came in the sample. I used it a while ago and so much is spewing out right now. Oh my god. Like, what? Okay, so then for my nose, I'm going to use the OG Wet n Wild face primer. This is just their Photo Focus face primer. It isn't like any particular, like, it's kind of like for all skin types, but it's a little moisturizing and at the same time a little bit smoothing. It does a little bit of everything. Like it feels really smoothing and yet it's kind of hydrating. So I'm going to put this like around my nose area. And then the last primer I'm going to go in with is the... I literally cannot talk. Oh my god. I'm going to go in with the NYX First Face Priming Spray. Just because I feel like now I can get away with using primers that are a little bit less like, oh my god, intense. And I really love a good primer water, but I don't like to use it just for priming in the summertime. I feel like I have to use way more intense products. So I'm going to let that sink into my skin, and then we are going to go in with foundation. And I'm actually going to bring back the Morphe foundation. This is the Fluidity foundation. I have the shade F2.20, and we're going to pop this on as soon as this dries into my skin. Okay, so I'm actually going to try using this on a brush. This is not like normally what I do, but I'm going to try this Morphe Dome Brush. This is the Morphe Y7 from their Gilded collection. Ooh, this is pretty light for me right now. I don't know if we can make this work. This is pretty light. I mean, I guess I could use some bronzer. This is definitely, I bought this shade in the winter when this foundation first launched. So this shade is definitely not exactly my color anymore. I still have a tan from the summer. Like, I'm much darker than my face. This is definitely a little light for me. I might have to pick up another shade soon. But I just wanted to see how I felt about brushes. And I mean, it's doing an okay job, but I just feel like truly a sponge gives you such a smoother application. Okay, I'm like liking the way that this foundation looks on me, but I definitely think number one, it's too light. So I'm gonna have to go in with a good bit of bronzer. And number two, I think I'm gonna try it on my Wet n Wild sponge because it's giving me a more sheer coverage because I'm using a brush. I know this foundation is way more full coverage than the brush was letting it be. Okay, so I'm actually really liking the way this is looking. I'm just trying to bring back some old products that I haven't used that much on my channel. So that's what we're doing today. You can see my eyelids are super pink because of a look I recently did. So just excuse that. Okay, so that's looking good. It actually is blended pretty well into my neck because obviously my hands are much darker than my neck. I don't know why that is. It's just, is what it is. So next I'm going to go in with some concealer, and I have been loving the e.l.f. Camo Concealers recently, but I think I'm actually going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible Fullwear today. Oh my god, I was so freaking pale when I was using these products. Like, wow, so pale. I bought most of these products right at the beginning of summer before I was this dark. So next I'm actually going to use my Collab powder. I am obsessed with this powder. I use it a lot, so it's a really nice everyday powder. I'm just going to pat this into my skin. It's going to make me look so much more pale, but that's fine. We'll fix it with bronzer. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and set with the Neutrogena Mineral Sheers foundation, or powder foundation, in the shade Nude 40. This is a darker shade than I normally buy, and that's why I'm using it right now, but it's probably expired, so I'm gonna throw it out like literally right after this video. I've been going through my stuff and realizing that things might be expired, and so I'm just like slowly getting rid of stuff. But the reason I'm using this one today is so that I can try to darken my foundation just a smidge, because it's probably just too light. But yeah, so I'm gonna use it now, and I've just done that, so oh, I missed the trash can. Anyway, I tossed that, but next I'm gonna go in with a bronzer that I haven't used in a minute. This is the Morphe Glamour Bronze Bronzer. This was limited edition. Mine is in the shade Icon, but literally there are so many alternatives to this. It's just like a nice semi-matte or like satin finish matte bronzer. And two really good alternatives for this, and I really do feel like they're like really good alternatives, is the Maybelline City Bronzer in the shade 200 and the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. Both really good dupes for it, so I'm just going to make sure to bronze everywhere and kind of bring my bronzer a bit further down, just because I want to make sure that I'm not looking like Casper in comparison to the rest of my body. Okay, so just an update on the brows real quick. This is the reason that I always do my brows like after my makeup. You can see there's like quite a bit of like powder on them, and I hate that. Like, I hate having to redo my brows and like have to do them twice in my routine, because now I'm definitely gonna have to go over them. So I just wanted to make sure that, because I used to do them first, I just wanted to make sure that I still like the way I'm doing them as opposed to like how I used to. I'm also going to make sure to bring this bronzer down my neck. Actually, I could totally get away with that foundation shade, especially now that it's going to be fall and I'm going to be a little more covered up. Also, I wanted to share with you guys, I've been using this Equate Beauty All Day Moisturizing Lotion. This is in the SPF 15 like range. And I just wanted an everyday moisturizer that had a little bit of SPF in it for days that I don't wear makeup, because there's quite a few days that I will go to school without any makeup at all. And I've been using this and I really like it. So it is comparable to the it's comparable to the Olay one. They have one, right, like I just literally picked one I liked from any brand and then looked to see if they had an Equate version, and the Olay one did. So the Olay one is literally the same thing, and it's just like a really nice little lotion, and I've been using that all over my face. Okay, so then I'm actually going to go ahead and go a little deeper into my bronzer here. And to do that, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Master Contour in the shade Medium to Deep. And I'm going to go in with this bronzer right here, or contour shade, I guess. It's a little bit darker than what I just used. Okay, so next I'm gonna just contour my nose really quick. You guys have seen me do this like a billion times, and I cannot recommend more the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula for this. I just think it works so well. I have so many fall looks coming for you guys, and I'm so excited. I also have some Halloween videos, so make sure to stick around if you guys want some inspo for Halloween or fall. By the way, I got this sweater that I'm wearing from TJ Maxx. It is super, super soft, and it's not cropped or anything, and I just loved the color of it and like how it has like these really pretty like stripes across it. Next I'm going to go in with some blush, and I noticed that I haven't been reaching for my Alamar Cosmetics blush palette too much recently because I got pretty tan, and this was in the shade Light, so it wasn't working for me that great. But I'm going to go in with the shade Paraíso, which is like my favorite one here because it's like almost mauve-y if you look at it. And I just think that's like the perfect kind of blush for fall. It just looks so nice to me. And I'm going to make sure to just kind of sweep it across my cheeks and blend it in with my bronzer. I've really been liking to do this. Okay, so then I'm going to jump back into my Maybelline Master Contour to highlight my face and my nose. I don't know why. This was never one of my favorite highlights because I thought it was really subtle. But today I kind of want to go for a more matte look, and I don't really want to highlight my face that much. So this gives a really nice nose highlight because it's like right up my alley on how I like to do my nose highlight. It's not too intense, but yet it's like the perfect shade. So bringing you guys a little closer to the face so you guys can see what I'm doing, I'm going to go with my Morphe Y14 brush. Highlight the chin just a little. I'm just swirling in pretty hard because I want to make sure I pick up enough product. And then with whatever I feel like is too far down, I'm going to take my blush brush and kind of dust right over it. This is giving me like a really, really subtle highlight. Something very like glowing from within, like very like almost not even there. And then patting it out with my blush brush really makes it kind of disappear even more. So then I'm going to go ahead and set my face. I'm going to use the Jake Jamie Revitalizing spray for this, just because I want to do something different. You guys can use whatever setting spray you have. I have so many, honestly, that I try to switch it up a lot so that if you guys have any of the ones I'm using. Also, one of my favorites from Makeup Revolution is the I Heart Revolution Fixing Spray. I have them in 2 different scents. This is the green tea one. They all smell really good, and they're really nice and hydrating. Okay, I'm going to touch up my brows really quick with the Wet n Wild Brow Pencil because it will just darken those random little spots that got really light. And then I'm also going to go in with a brow gel to make sure that my brows don't have that powdery look to them. By the way, the shade of the Wet n Wild brow pencil that I'm using is medium brown. Then I'm going to go in with the Essence Make Me Brow, and this is in the shade Brownie Brows. And I'm just going to run this lightly through my brows. Make sure I eliminate that powdered look. So then I'm going to go ahead and do one eye off camera really quick. I'm going to go ahead and prime with my Wet n Wild PhotoFocus Concealer. And I'm doing this because it's going to definitely cover up all that redness that is left over from my previous makeup look. Okay guys, so I actually decided to go with an all matte eye as well. But anyway, I wanted to tell you guys the palette that I'm using. I didn't feel like there was a palette slightly more appropriate at all. I looked through all my palettes, by the way. Then the Naked Heat by Urban Decay. I just feel like it literally screams, hi, fall is here, like play with me. So we're going to be using this palette and I'm so excited. The first thing I'm going to do, like I said, is to clean up my brow bone number 1 and also prime my lids. And I am using the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus Concealer. So just cleaning up my brow bone and then patting out the excess. Okay, so after I have done that, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Fluffy Eye Blender brush. By the way, I can already tell you guys I'm obsessed with this brush. There's something so big and flimsy about it that I just really like. So I'm going to use the shade Chaser, which is the second shade in the palette. And this is going to be our first transition shade. And I'm also going to make sure, because this shade is light enough, I'm going to make sure to use it on this outer corner to blend the concealer with my foundation and powders that I've laid out. This looks like a really light shade in the pan, and it is, but you can see that it's giving me some color, and it's also going to make the transitions a lot smoother. And then I'm going to go to the shade right next to it with the same brush. This is the shade Sauced, and I really find that this is like the perfect little transition shade. It is just warm enough and cool enough to be perfect to throw in the crease. I'm just going to build this shade up in windshield wiper motions. I am so going to Ulta to pick up another one of these brushes, by the way, you guys. I'm completely obsessed. I really love it. So if you are a complete beginner in makeup and you are, or you're in a rush, you can leave your eyes literally just like this and it looks good. Just pop on some mascara and you're good to go and like run out the door. But then I'm going to go in with this big Essence Eye Blender brush with the shade Low Blow, which is right next to that one. And I'm going to pop this in the crease as well, just to kind of deepen everything up just a little bit. This is a really large brush, but I feel like it's perfect for the crease. Then I'm going to go back in with that previous brush, the e.l.f. eye blender brush, and just going to mesh those two shades together. Then I'm going to go with another Essence brush. This is the Essence eye blender brush as well, but they are two completely different brushes, but they have the same name. So they're both called the same thing, but you can see that one is much more fluffy than the other. So I'm going to go in with the smaller, more precise one with the shade He Devil, and I'm going to pop this into the crease. This is going to be one of the warmest shades that we're using, and it's really going to give this look that like extra warm, toasty fall vibe. I know I have some harsh lines right here, so what I'm going to do is take my previous brush and diffuse everything. If you feel like it is too diffused and you lost your shade, go right back in. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with one more shade on the top of the lid, and this is the shade Cayenne. Sorry, I was going to say Cheyenne. And this is just like a lighter brown shade. I didn't want to go too dark all over like this outer crease right here, but I'm just going to lightly like flick this into the front of my eye. Then with a flat definer brush, I'm going to go in with the shade Ashes. It is the darkest matte shade, and I'm going to do some like little faux eyeliner here to get my lashes to look really smoky. You could do this all the way in, but I don't feel like that's necessary. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Ounce, and I'm going to pop this into the inner corner of my eye. By the way, this brush is from Wet n Wild, and it is a really nice little precise brush to highlight your brow bone with, highlight your inner corner, pop some color into the inner part of your eye. Okay, so now that I've done that, I need to make sure that everything is blended here, and I'm just going to go right back in with this smaller Essence brush. And then I want to go ahead and do the lower lash line as well really fast, and for that I used the shade Cayenne, which is that like darker cool toned brown that we used on the outer corner. I'm going to run that all along the bottom of my eye. Okay, so you can really build that up as much or as little as you like. Next I'm going to go in with this LA Girl Precision eyeliner in the shade Brown, and I'm going to tightline my eyes. I didn't want to do black. I just felt like black was too intense for this look, and I'm also only doing the top of my eye. So then I'm going to go in with some mascara, and I'm going to try out the Monsieur Big on camera for you guys today. I have been wanting to try and use this for a while. Oh dear. Y'all see that? What the heck is wrong with me? I literally thought it was something else, and I rubbed my finger on it, but it was literally freaking mascara. That's just awesome. So I wasn't going to highlight my brow bone, but I'm going to have to kind of cover that up. So I'm going to go in with the shade Ounce. I wanted to keep this look super matte, but there's not going to be a way for me to cover that up with this palette, because the lighter shade that's like the highlight shade is a little bit shimmery. Okay, so back to mascara using the Monsieur Big. The applicator on this is pretty large, but I like the way that it's spreading my lashes really nicely. I'm not going to do any mascara on the lower lashes today. I just feel like it makes my eyes look really wide and awake without it. I am really loving this mascara. I think it's definitely gonna become a favorite, and if Ulta ever does it on sale again, I will repurchase it. So that's basically the face complete, and I'm gonna line my lips with the shade Cafe from the Wet n Wild from the LA Girl Perfect Precision lip liners. I just feel like this lip liner is one of the most perfect like brownie nudes. The first thing I'm going to try is the Wet n Wild Snowmelt lip powder in the shade Snowed In. I think these are new. I've never seen them before. So I think you guys can see that inside the product, it literally looks like powder. So I feel like that's kind of weird, but I'm going to try it on my lips. Weird. It's cooling almost. And it has like a lip like oil feeling, because it's like, you guys look at the applicator. You can see that like that's literally the powder I scraped off. I love this color, by the way. I think I'm gonna purchase this because I absolutely am like dying over this color. It is so beautiful and brown, but not too brown. I feel like the color is changing as I wear it. Do you guys see that? It like looks browner in some areas. I wonder if it's like, if it transfers. So I'm just gonna take the back of my hand and, okay, so it kind of transfers, but I think most of this is my lip liner. I'm intrigued and also kind of completely confused, but it feels really comfortable. It literally feels like I'm doing nothing on my lips, so I really like it. But look, you guys, you see that? Like, that's literal powder, but then once it like hits your skin, it becomes, like, I'm rubbing it in and it becomes this. Like, you see that? That's just very strange. It's quite the weird formula. I've never experienced anything like this. I think I really like it. I mean, it's just a little bit dark for what I was thinking I was going for, but it looks really good. It really just looks like a liquid lip, but like a really comfortable liquid lip. So this is the first one. This is the Wet n Wild this is the Wet n Wild Snowmelt in the shade Snowed In. But yeah, so this is like one option for this look. I'm gonna try wiping it off with just a cloth and see how like transfer resistant it is. Okay, so it'll come off pretty easy. So then I'm gonna go in with the NYX Powder Puff Lippy. This one is in the shade Cool Intentions. So this is what this one looks like. This one is not powdery like that, and the applicator is like a little sponge. Let's see what it looks like when it comes out. Okay, that looks pretty dark. This feels really nice. Super, super soft on the lips. I feel like this is easier to apply than the other one. And I feel like this one almost has a more matte finish. So comfortable on the lips. I think I'm going to prefer these to like matte lipsticks from now on, because they give you that matte lipstick look without it being like an actual matte lipstick, and they're so comfortable to wear. You could also put this on and like tap it out. I will say that these are pretty close in color. I feel like this one on actually looks a little bit darker than this one, but for the most part they're like the same thing. I'm super freaking intrigued by this. But you can see like how nice and smoky they have like made this look be, even just with like mascara and really subtle eye. So yeah, I think I'm actually gonna go out and purchase these for myself. If I had to pick one, the price point on the Wet n Wild one is so much better, so if you're worried about budget, then you get like the same effect. This one's pretty good. I don't remember exactly how much this one is, but I will list it below. And Wet n Wild is cruelty free, so if you care about cruelty free, this one definitely is. NYX is not, so that's another thing to consider. But I think I prefer the NYX formula a little bit better, because it's just, it has something so easy about it that I really like. But I think they're both kind of dupes for each other, to be honest. So I'm just gonna leave this one on because it's the one I have on now. But yeah, so these are really great. I will test out the Nabela Noor lip collab in another video, because I actually really like the way this looks, and I love how brownie and like cozy it makes me feel. So this is definitely what I'm staying with. So yeah guys, this is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed this like super simple fall look. I hope you guys enjoyed getting to see this like lip powder trend in action and see a little review on these guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video so much, and make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed it and want to see more fall videos, and make sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out as well. I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!